Hey, Cowboys Nation. This is Cowboys Wire News, your home for breaking news, smart analysis, rumors, and film room insights. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a snap. Let's talk America's team. DK Metcalf, the towering wide receiver whose presence on the field has been felt as a literal force of nature, is reportedly making one of the most shocking moves in recent NFL memory, switching allegiances from the Pittsburgh Steelers to the Dallas Cowboys, a team that has been hungry for a wide receiver who can dominate in every aspect of the game. Sources close to the matter have hinted that the decision did not come lightly, as Metcalf weighed his legacy, the fit within Dallas's offensive schemes, and, of course, the chemistry he would need to build with a quarterback who is arguably in his prime. Inside discussions suggest that the Cowboys were relentless in their pursuit, reportedly offering a package that combines both immediate financial incentive and long-term security, making the transition almost impossible to resist. Fans and insiders alike are buzzing with speculation, trying to piece together how this move could reshape the NFC landscape, potentially altering the Cowboys' trajectory for years to come. Analysts have already started drawing comparisons to other blockbuster trades in NFL history, noting that few moves have combined the impact on fan excitement, strategic depth, and media frenzy quite like this. There is a tangible sense of anticipation in the league, as if everyone is collectively holding their breath to see how quickly Metcalf will integrate into the Cowboys' offensive rotations. Conversations in locker rooms, on sports talk shows, and even across social media platforms suggest a mix of disbelief, excitement, and cautious optimism, with experts debating whether this move represents a gamble for Dallas or a calculated step toward championship contention. While the financial details remain partially undisclosed, insiders hint that the deal strikes a balance between headline-grabbing figures and performance incentives, ensuring that Metcalf remains motivated while providing Dallas with the reassurance of his commitment. The rumor mill is in overdrive, with every hint of a practice report, interview snippet, or insider tweet magnifying the speculation surrounding Metcalf's arrival. The depth chart implications are already sending shockwaves through the Cowboys roster, as coaches and offensive coordinators scramble to adjust formations and package plays to maximize the potential of having Metcalf available as a primary weapon. Observers note that pairing Metcalf with the existing talent pool could create a near-unstoppable passing attack, particularly in critical red zone situations where his size, speed, and catching ability are most lethal. Sources suggest that internal meetings have focused on integrating Metcalf into both vertical threats and intermediate timing routes, ensuring that the offensive scheme is optimized for his strengths, while keeping defensive coordinators across the league guessing. The Steelers, meanwhile, are reportedly grappling with the sudden vacuum left by Metcalf's departure, as coaching staff and management evaluate whether to promote from within, explore free agency, or pursue potential draft acquisitions to fill the glaring gap. Fans in Pittsburgh have taken to social media, expressing a mixture of shock, disappointment, and begrudging respect for Metcalf's decision to pursue new challenges in Dallas, highlighting the emotional weight of such a high-profile departure. Rumors indicate that the Cowboys' locker room has reacted with palpable enthusiasm, with veteran players reportedly welcoming Metcalf and emphasizing the immediate role he could play in boosting team morale and overall performance. The narrative surrounding this move suggests a combination of strategic foresight, financial planning, and, perhaps, an element of bravado on the part of Dallas management, who are seemingly determined to leverage Metcalf's presence as both a marketing and competitive asset. Analysts are already speculating on the potential statistical impact, noting that Metcalf could immediately influence completion percentages, yards after catch, and touchdown distribution across the Cowboys' passing core. In broader terms, the move has sparked conversations about player mobility, team loyalty, and the shifting dynamics of power within the NFL, with Metcalf's decision serving as a high-profile example of a player asserting agency over career trajectory. Rumors hint that behind closed doors, negotiations were intense, with multiple parties mediating terms to ensure that both sides felt confident in the eventual outcome. Early indications suggest that Metcalf's arrival could redefine game plans for the Cowboys, as coaches contemplate schemes that take full advantage of his unique physical attributes while maintaining balance across the roster. Observers speculate that his integration may necessitate adjusting quarterback reads, modifying blocking assignments, and even altering play-calling tendencies to maximize offensive efficiency. Inside sources indicate that training sessions have been designed to foster chemistry between Metcalf and key teammates, with a focus on timing, route precision, and situational awareness that could translate into immediate production on the field. Analysts point to historical examples where mid-season acquisitions or high-profile trades reshaped a team's offensive identity, and many suggest that Dallas could experience a similar phenomenon if Metcalf adapts quickly. Meanwhile, fan forums and online sports communities are abuzz with speculation regarding the first game in which Metcalf dons the Cowboys uniform, with countless hypothetical scenarios being dissected, debated, and celebrated in near real time. Conversations among insiders hint that beyond the physical impact, Metcalf brings an intangible element of confidence, leadership, and intensity that could invigorate a Cowboys squad looking to establish dominance in their division. Social media posts, although unofficial, have created a feedback loop of anticipation, with rumors spreading faster than official confirmations and fueling a growing narrative of a transformative move that could alter playoff dynamics. In essence, the NFL landscape seems poised for a shift, one that hinges not merely on statistics or contracts, but on the psychological momentum a player of Metcalf's caliber can instill within a team, locker room, and fan base simultaneously. Analysts continue to emphasize the rarity of such an alignment, noting that the combination of talent, timing, and marketability makes Metcalf's move a perfect storm of opportunity and speculation. Speculation surrounding DK Metcalf's transfer to the Cowboys has taken on a life of its own, with insiders suggesting that this move is not only about immediate impact, but also about shaping the identity of the franchise for years to come. The combination of Metcalf's athleticism, his ability to dominate contested catches, and his physical presence on the field has fans imagining scenarios in which the Cowboys' passing game becomes almost unguardable, particularly against teams that have struggled to contain vertical threats. Behind the scenes, coaches have reportedly been redesigning practice drills, red zone strategies, and route combinations to fully leverage Metcalf's strengths, with a strong emphasis on maximizing yards after catch and exploiting mismatches against defensive backs. Meanwhile, analysts are debating the psychological effect of his arrival, noting that adding a player of Metcalf's caliber can energize locker rooms, inspire younger talent, and alter the way opponents prepare on game day. Rumors also indicate that the Cowboys management sees this move as a long-term investment, blending immediate production with branding and marketing potential, leveraging Metcalf's reputation as a household name in football circles to draw fan engagement and sponsorship attention. Social media commentary has exploded with predictions, ranging from over-the-top expectations of game-changing performances to cautious analysis of how quickly Metcalf will adapt to a new system, quarterback, and team culture, revealing a dynamic mix of hope and skepticism among the fan base. Sources close to the organization hint that internal meetings have emphasized balance, ensuring that while Metcalf receives opportunities to shine, the overall offensive scheme remains versatile and unpredictable, avoiding over-reliance on a single star player. The Steelers, in contrast, are reportedly scrambling to assess the ripple effects of losing such a key contributor, considering whether to pivot toward younger receivers, make additional free agent moves, or adjust their offensive strategy entirely to compensate. Speculation in sports talk shows and podcasts is rampant, as analysts dissect every tweet, interview, and insider leak, attempting to forecast how this trade will shift the NFL's competitive landscape. While nothing is finalized on paper, the atmosphere surrounding the news has all the hallmarks of a blockbuster move: excitement, tension, and a sense of historical significance that is hard to ignore. Before we roll on, subscribe to Cowboys Wire News, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Your support keeps the Dallas Cowboys updates coming. Tell us what you think in the comments. The timing of DK Metcalf's move has only added to the intrigue, as sources suggest that negotiations were carefully orchestrated to coincide with key offseason developments, creating a sense of suspense and anticipation among fans, media, and rival teams alike. Dallas apparently approached the trade with surgical precision, reportedly balancing financial constraints with strategic planning to ensure that Metcalf's addition would complement, rather than disrupt the existing roster. Analysts note that the synergy between Metcalf and the Cowboys quarterbacks could redefine the team's offensive identity, particularly with design plays that capitalize on his ability to stretch the field and dominate in contested situations. Rumors circulating suggest that Metcalf has already started informal training sessions with select teammates, fostering chemistry, timing, and mutual understanding, which could translate into immediate on-field performance. Meanwhile, fans in Pittsburgh have expressed mixed reactions, oscillating between disappointment over losing a star player and admiration for Metcalf's ambition and confidence in pursuing new challenges, sparking heated debates across forums and social media platforms. Insider chatter also points to a complex web of considerations in Dallas management's decision-making process, balancing short-term competitive advantage with long-term roster sustainability, highlighting the intricate nature of high-profile trades. The media frenzy surrounding the move has created an almost cinematic narrative, as every practice report, post-game analysis, and insider leak fuel speculation, allowing fans to imagine scenarios in which the Cowboys suddenly become a dominant force in the NFC. Beyond XS and OS, analysts emphasize that the intangible qualities Metcalf brings, leadership, intensity, and experience, may prove as significant as any statistical contribution, potentially inspiring teammates and elevating overall team performance. The swirling rumors also suggest a ripple effect across the league, with other teams considering defensive adjustments, draft strategy changes, and personnel moves in response to this unexpected shift. With all eyes on the Cowboys, every day leading up to the season opener is being dissected, analyzed, and debated, underscoring the magnitude of DK Metcalf's arrival and the narrative possibilities it unleashes. Whispers from within the Cowboys organization suggest that DK Metcalf's integration into the team has already begun subtly, with coaches reportedly tweaking formations, route trees, and quarterback reads to accommodate a player whose physical prowess can redefine both timing and spacing in the passing game. Sources indicate that the focus is not solely on exploiting Metcalf's athleticism, but also on cultivating synergy with existing receivers, creating an offensive system that is dynamic, unpredictable, and capable of overwhelming even the most disciplined defenses. Analysts are intrigued by the potential statistical impact, projecting increases in red zone efficiency, third down conversions, and overall yardage, while simultaneously cautioning that adaptation to a new playbook and system could introduce initial growing pains. Inside rumors emphasize that beyond measurable performance, Metcalf's arrival could alter the psychological landscape of the Cowboys, injecting a level of confidence, energy, and competitive edge that resonates across the locker room, from seasoned veterans to younger players seeking mentorship. Media speculation has intensified, with commentators dissecting every practice report, social media post, and offhand comment from players or staff, each fragment potentially hinting at how quickly Metcalf will establish himself as a central figure. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh faces a contrasting narrative, navigating the sudden absence of a cornerstone player and evaluating strategies to mitigate the impact while maintaining team cohesion, sparking debate over whether this shift may catalyze a broader roster evolution. The anticipation surrounding Metcalf's debut has produced an almost feverish atmosphere among fans, who speculate on game day performances, highlight reels, and potential clutch plays, illustrating the powerful intersection of sports, storytelling, and rumor-driven excitement. Even as official statements remain measured and cautious, the undercurrent of speculation, analysis, and fan fervor continues to build, creating a narrative that transcends a single trade and extends into league-wide implications. Observers note that the combination of Metcalf's unique skill set, the Cowboys' existing roster, and the timing of this trade is rare, potentially representing a perfect storm of opportunity, performance potential, and media fascination, setting the stage for a story that could dominate headlines for weeks. That's a wrap from Cowboys Wire News. For breaking Cowboys updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Tell us your take in the comments.